a 6.4mm thin phone, and somehow TECNO fit the 5600 mAh battery in this phone. So the question is simple: what did the CAMON Slim give up to look like this? I've been using it for a couple of days and I'm going to share everything with you. This is my review. Let's get it. For that price, make sure you check the comments. It's going to be the first pinned comment. So getting right to it, why does this phone even exist? At 6.4 meters, it literally feels so light in the hand. It kind of disappears when you put it in the hand. It's so thin. But here's what surprised me. It's not fragile. It has a plastic build with beautiful curved sides. This thing carries an IP68 and 69 rating. That means this is dust tight, water jets and all is not going to face this guy. And you can literally submerge it in 2 meters of water for 30 minutes and this is going to be fine. This also has an MIL STD 810H. This literally passed military grade drop and shock testing. Literally a slim phone that is tougher than most flagship devices. What else can you ask for? Just taking a look at what else you have on the device. On the side you have the power button. At the bottom you find the Type-C port, the SIM card slot. Unfortunately we get 2 SIMs, no SD card support, the speaker grills and the microphone. And at the top you find the IR blaster. And of course at the back is the star of the show. Look at that. Look at that. It literally says my name, Rick Aqua. Isn't that cool? Yes, we have this cool party trick at the back. The camera island has a mini LED matrix with 354 little dots and it's programmable with 55 lighting scenes. Literally a lot for you to choose from. It turns on for your notification, for your media playing, for charging your phone. It literally lights up the back. And after using this for a couple of days, I'll say it's definitely the top selling feature of this device. Yes, it's a party trick, but just giving the option to customize this to put whatever you want on there is so cool. And it doesn't just do that, you can even play games on there. When you leave the phone and it turns on, especially in the evening, everyone turns their head to look at it. You'll probably say, yo, what phone is that? And when I give it to them, the next thing they're going to say, the phone is so thin and bro, it feels so good. So yes, is it essential? Maybe not. But is it cool? Definitely cool. For the phone itself, this year we get a few color options to choose from. New Mondrian, Prism Black, Django Green, Van Gogh Blue, and the Burgundy Red. I think I got myself the Django Green because I want to try out new colors. So yes, the phone feels very nice in the hand. The fact that there are no curved sides, so it means when you're holding it for a very long period of time, it feels very good. It's so lightweight. And the fact that when I place it on the table, it doesn't work at all because it has this visor camera model, which means it's not going to work at all when I put it on the phone. It's so cool. I wish all phones were like that. So when it comes to design for me, this is literally 90 to 100%. Now let's talk about the screen. This is a massive 6.7 inches AMOLED display. It has a 1.5K resolution with 144 Hz refresh rate. That's what the spec says. But after using it for a couple of days, I also have my take on it. This is a curved display with very vivid colors. It gets bright enough when you're using it outdoors. When you're consuming content on this is very nice. I have no complaints when it comes to that. The spec says it's 144 Hz, but whilst I was trying this out, the maximum Hz I observed was 120 Hz, and that was when you are literally not using the device. You see it at 120 Hz, but when you open it, it seems to reduce to 90 Hz. So yes, the spec says 144 Hz, but after trying it, the maximum Hz I've experienced is around 90 Hz. But for the display itself, it's so cool. Watching YouTube videos on here is nice. The fact that it has a stereo speaker setup too gives you an immersive experience when you're using it. And also it has an in-display fingerprint sensor, which makes it so easy to get into your device. Next, we're going to talk about the battery life. At this very thin nature, TECNO was able to put in a 5600 mAh battery. For context, the iPhone Air ships with a 3000 mAh battery, and this literally has literally more than double the size in this very slim unibody design. Like, why wouldn't you be impressed? And the fact that it charges quickly at 60 watts and the charger also comes inside the box is mind blowing. That is so cool. During my charging test, this took less than 1 hour to fully charge 10% to 100% in about 58 minutes or so. So that means if you quickly need to charge this phone before you step out, you can easily do that as well. And anytime I found myself going out, there hasn't even been one day that I've carried my charger along, because this can literally last me the whole day. It's more than half the day right now as I'm filming this video. And if you can see the battery percentage right now, I'm currently at 88%. Like literally, I can easily go the whole day with this. Yes, it doesn't come with wireless charging support, but at this price point, I don't think anybody will be complaining about that. Now, performance. Under the hood is a MediaTek Helio G200 Ultimate chipset. This is a 6nm chipset with 8 cores, and for the graphics we have the Mali G7 with 8GB of RAM and 255GB of storage. And note, this is the 4G chipset variant. We don't get the 5G when it comes to this device, but because I'm in Ghana, I'm definitely not worried about that. 4G is good for me. Let's be clear about what the chip is. It is a solid mid-range processor. It's not a gaming monster. For day-to-day apps, social media usage, camera usage, browsing the web and the likes, this performs perfectly well. If you want to see the Geekbench scores, this is what is called apps opening smoothly. I can run multiple apps at the same time. I even tried to game on this, and I play some PUBG, Call of Duty and Genshin Impact. With Call of Duty, I got 60 FPS when it comes to the gameplay, PUBG 60 FPS, and with Genshin Impact I got 30 FPS. With how demanding that game is, I'm still impressed. The software on this though is the iOS 16.2, and TECNO is promising 3 years of Android support, so that means you can literally get about Android 19 on this guy. And for my iOS experience, there's some pre-installed applications on this, I must admit, but I haven't seen any ads running on this device so far. And there are a lot of useful AI features, and the fact that right now I can even predict what the World Cup scores are going to be right now is so cool. It has all the AI features that you might ask for: circle to search, AI call assistant, AI caption, recording summary, AI writing, you name it, and it's there. So all in all, for performance, I'm not mad at this device too. I really enjoyed it. Now let's talk about the cameras. It has what looks like a 2-camera setup at the back, but for my testing, it looks like just one works. The other is probably an AI sensor. The main sensor is a 50 megapixel Sony sensor. The selfie camera is a 32 megapixel sensor. For the CAMONs, that's always been portrait first. I took some portrait pictures and it didn't disappoint at all. Pictures from the main sensor was impressive, especially when you find yourself outdoors. It takes amazing looking pictures. On camera video test right now, out in the wild. I'm kind of walking, so what does the stabilization look like? How do the colors look like? It's a cloudy day, so I guess it's the best time to shoot. So let me know what you guys think about this video right now. Switching over to the selfie cam, we're currently shooting at 30 FPS 1080p. So let me know what you think about this as well. The skin tone, colors, I guess it's the best time to film because the sun is not too bright, so that means it's cloudy. Perfect time to shoot. But let me know what you think about the skin tones, colors, dynamic range and everything in the comment section down below. Also stabilization. Okay, so this is a low light camera test of the main sensor. Let me know what you think about this. I wanted to do this again because I wanted to give the mic another run to see what it actually sounds like when there's not crazy noise around you. But whilst we are doing that, let's also check out what it looks like in low light. So let me know what you think about this footage in the comment section down below. I wish it had a real ultra wide sensor at the back. That would have been really cool. So what's my verdict on this device? Generally, I love it. The fact that I've kept my TECNO Spark Slim because I love the design. This is literally a top of it. It has a very thin design, and the camera model at the back with the lights that comes on, guy, always gets people's attention, so I love that too. Performance has been okay. Screen is amazing. The AI features that you need are all here. I have no complaints when it comes to this. Maybe the only complaint I might have is reduce the number of apps that comes pre-installed on this, and I'll be totally fine with this device. And this will literally be one of my most recommended devices for the year. Price list is going to be in the comments. Make sure you go check it out, and it's currently on pre-order. Pre-order is going to end on the 9th of July, and you're going to get Watch 3 active with 300 Ghana cedi just by pre-ordering when you're going to pick up your device. So what are you waiting for? This has been my review. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section down below, and as usual, stay liquid, and I'll see you next one. Peace. I'm out. Do you guys see that? Ooh, that is fancy. Arguably the best best looking phone that you can get in Africa right now. And guess what? You're going to unbox it together. With my knife, let's rip into this. I'm really excited about this one. Do it looks like okay. Oh, CAMON Slim. Can you guys see that? Ooh, that is nice. The name has been embossed into the box. CAMON Slim. What color is this? Looks like something greeny. But let's put it aside for a second. See what else comes inside the box. 9cents by Qualcomm. SIM card ejector too. Oh, it comes with a case. A transparent looking case. You can see me straightforward. A 60 watt charger. 60 watts charger and the charging cable. Let's get right into it. We know why we are here. Let's take a look at the phone itself. Look at that phone. Look at how skinny it is. This is not like any regular color I have ever had. The good thing about this is if you pre-order right now, pre-order is going to end on the 9th of July. Pre-order right now, you can get a free watch worth 299 Ghana cedi. Go use the link to my bio to go to that store to pre-order this before it comes out.